Hey guys, welcome to week 5 of distance learning. So before I start, I just a couple things. Number one, the work I've been getting back has been really good. I am trying to upload grades daily as I receive stuff, especially if you send everything at the same time. I kind of go through my emails and put all your grades in. If you notice that you turn something in but you don't have a grade for it, I have been emailing some of you back and commenting on your Google Docs of stuff that you have to fix before I give you a grade. Um, Especially for those of you moving on, it's really important that you understand these concepts. And again, I'm not asking you to do a lot of work with it because we're not together. And obviously, learning a foreign language on your own is kind of hard. So when I do teach these concepts, if you do a worksheet completely wrong, I am going to comment back and ask you to fix it before I give you credit because I need to know that you know how to do these things and understand these things before we move on. So again, if you notice you submitted something but don't have a grade for it, check your email first to see if I emailed you back and asked you to fix something. And then again, when you fix it, be sure to email me and say, hey, miss, I fixed it. And then I'll go in and put your grade in. Okay. This week, we're going to continue with the preterite, but of course, as in Spanish, there are a ton of irregulars. So we're going to get into a couple of the irregulars of the preterite tense. So we're going to do, I call them the pirate verbs for car, gar, zar. The car, gar, zar verbs are verbs that end in either car, gar, or zar. So in the preterite tense, there is a spelling change, but it's in the yo form only. So car, gar, zar verbs get regular preterite AR endings except for the yo form. These changes are made solely to keep the sound of the word the same. If you added regular AR endings to these words as they are, the sounds would not be the same. And we need to hold that sound to keep the word in like the proper tense when we speak in the preterite. To remember this, I call them the pirate verbs. As I said, a pirate says car, gar, zar, sings yo ho, pirate's life for me. And remember, this only happens in the yo form. So for car verbs, you're going to change the C in the stem to QU. So like tokar is going to be toke. For gar verbs, you're going to change the G stem to a GU. For example, hugad is going to be huge. And then zar, you are going to change the Z to a C. So instead of almorze, you're going to have almorce. And remember, this only happens in the yo form. After the yo form, they're regular in the preterite. So to make it easier, here's your chart. So car verbs, the C is going to go to the QU. And again, I put the ending on here already. So that E with an accent is the preterite AR ending for the yo form. So you're going to have K, gay, and say. And all of them end in the A because they get the normal endings for the AR preterite verbs that I already included. So here's 3 examples, a car verb, a gar verb, and a zar verb. So buscar, remember that it means looked for. So you're not going to say busque para, okay? You're not going to say in order to look for. Buscar already has the word for in it. So just remember that when you're writing your sentences. Yo busqué means I looked for. And then you would just put the item that you're looking for. So pronunciation-wise, we have busqué, buscaste, buscó, buscamos, buscaistis, buscaron. So notice that regular AR preterite endings besides the yo form. Pagad is, in the preterite, is paid. So we have pagué, pagaste, pagó, pagamos, pagaistis, and pagaron. And we have almorzar, which is like I lunched or ate lunch. Almorcé, almorzaste, almorzó, almorzamos, almorzaistis, and almorzaron. And here's some practice. Okay, and again, for I looked for, remember it's just yo busqué mis libros. Okay, you don't actually put para in there. So here's 3 examples. Here are your answers. So yo busqué mis libros en el dormitorio de mi hermana anoche, because remember, we're not going to say mi hermana's dormitorio. El dormitorio de mi hermana anoche. Yo pagué $20 por mi mochila nueva. And yo almorcé con Carlos ayer en la cafetería. Okay. Verbos irregulares en el preterito continued. For the following irregular verbs in the preterite tense, you will not use any accents on any form. So this is perfect because you guys forget accents all the time. So to start, we're going to look at ir and ser. This is actually the easiest verb to do in the preterite because they have the same conjugation. So ir means to go. In the present, go or goes. In the preterite is went. Ser is to be. In the present, am is an are. And in the preterite, was or were. Ir and ser share conjugations in the preterite. So they will have the same words for their conjugations. So I call them the twins. Okay, so here's the twins, ir and ser. Yes, they are both conjugated identically in the preterite. So yo fui is either I went or I was. You're going to have to use the context in your sentence to figure out which verb it is. Okay, so we have fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuistis, fueron. Again, no accents. These are the actual words for ser and ir, not the endings. So that's yo fui is I went or I was. Since they translate identically, you have to look at the context to tell if it's ir or ser. So for example, ayer yo fui a la playa, fue fantástico. The first part of the sentence is the verb ir because obviously you went to the beach, you weren't the beach. And the second part is it was fantastic. So first part of the sentence we used ir, second one is ser, and again we know that from context. A good key word for ir is having the word a after the conjugation. If you have a sentence, remember that when we did in the present tense, remember ir a plus infinitive, like I'm going to the beach, okay? We always have the word a after ir because you're talking about going to somewhere. If an adjective is after the conjugation, it's probably ser. So if it's like fantastic or nice or fun, it's going to be probably be ser because you would say it was fun, it was fantastic. And 3 practice sentences. Yo fui al centro comercial ayer. Ella comió helado. El helado fue muy rico. Nosotros fuimos al cine para ver una película. La película fue fantástica. Now we have the cousins. This is another set of irregular preterite verbs. Dar and ver. Dar and ver have very similar conjugations to the preterite tense. We call them the cousins because they are related in the way which they're conjugated. Although dar is an AR verb and ver is an ER verb, they both use the same endings and coincidentally ER preterite tense endings. Neither verb uses any accents in the preterite tense. So even though they're irregular, again, no accents, so it's kind of easy. Notice I call them the cousins because the second half of the word is identical. The only difference is dar starts with a D, ver starts with a V. So notice they're the same exact words. So in the preterite, dar is gave. So di diste dio, dimos distis dieron. Ver is saw or watched. Vi viste vio, vimos vistis vieron. Again, remember, no accent. And they're called the cousins because they have the same word except one has D, one has a V. So they're related. So here, with dar in the preterite, notice I have IOPs. Remember, IOPs are mete, lay, no, sos, lace. We used them with the verb faltar to say we're missing something, like me falta, I'm missing. So you do have IOPs because you normally are giving something to someone. So notice for number 1 and 4, you'll see I have IOPs. So yo te di un regalo. I gave you a gift. Ellos vieron la tele ayer. Tú viste una flor rosada. And ellos nos dio ropa anoche. Okay, and that concludes the notes for this week. We're just going to focus on those, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 verbs. So dar, ver, ir, and ser, and then the kar, gar, and zar verbs. So 7 irregulars total. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to shoot me an email or a remind message, and I will help you out.